What's going on, gamers? Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Well, we got a leak here coming out of the Xbox world. And yeah, it's pretty much what I thought, that this was actually true, but now we got confirmation. And here we go. Xbox roadmap leaks to publishers. Are you ready? Because right when you thought Microsoft was going to do what you thought they were going to do, they're not going to. Right here, it says Microsoft is reportedly presenting its new background compatibility roadmap and for physical format to publishers. And the proposal is very good, right? That's what he's saying. In August 2026, they're making a program called the Disc to Digital program. Yeah, they want you to take your disc and turn them into digital copies, right? The Disc to Digital program arrives for Xbox One and Series X. And this gives me the idea, if you're coming with a digital program to Xbox One and Series X, then you're getting prepared for people to pretty much turn all their physical copies into digital license so that you could be fully prepared for the Xbox Helix. Because why else would you be doing this if you could just use the physical copies on Xbox One and Series X? At least to an extent, right? Oh no, it's all right here. Everything that you thought was going to happen, like Helix getting some type of disk drive, well, that's not going to be happening, it's looking like. And even then, it wouldn't come with it. It would have been something that you could add on to it. But even then, it's saying right here on the roadmap, if we go down, Disc to Digital Insider, right here, Disc to Digital Insider Public Beta. Backwards compatibility, early access, original Xbox titles. And this is actually going to be fully coming to PC in October. In August, we have Disc to Digital General Availability, meaning it's going to be for everybody and ships to all Xbox One and Series X owners. So my question here is why are you trying to get everybody to do that on these platforms? Right? That's the thing you should be thinking. We got a lot to talk about here, right? Well, the reason why is because you want people to get rid of disc. You want them to go to the digital license. And you're basically saying the positron system, which this is what this was called, right, is going to get you prepared for the Xbox Helix, which is, they're not going to make that many of anyways. And if you say there should be another reason, then what is the other reason? What, just to have digital license? If somebody has a disc, I don't think they want to do that, right? But this is what Microsoft is trying to get you to do. So remember what I said in that last video, start fighting for digital ownership, because that's what these companies are pretty much moving you towards, and they're trying to take away physical. That's pretty obvious right here. October 26th, we get the idea of backwards compatibility on PC full launch. Once again, more proof of it's not about Xbox hardware. See, this company moves in two directions. Doesn't make any sense. Original Xbox titles on PC via Game Pass or the Xbox Store. And in 2027 and 2028, Xbox 360 catalog gradual rollout across next-gen Xbox devices. See right there? Gradual rollout across next-gen Xbox devices. So they're trying to basically do a similar model approach, probably the way they did this gen with Series S and X maybe, or they're just going to have different OEM models. But either way, we kind of see this here. First, we'll have to figure out what this really means when it comes to this company. Remember, you can't see anything as being stable and consistent. And you're like, AGM, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, what do you mean what I mean? Well, when does Microsoft do anything stable and consistent, right? I don't know. But right here, all Xbox fanboys could be quiet, because once again, they're telling you, take your physical copies and convert them into digital license. And it's right there, the writings on the wall. So him saying that original Xbox games landing on PC, the 360 catalog will gradually arrive on a new generation. He says, but heads up, it will be opt-in. Publishers decide if they participate, and they can charge for the digital conversion. Oh boy, that is absolutely hilarious. Not only is this company trying to take away the physical copies that you own, but they're saying that publishers will decide if you're going to be able to do that. And if so, you may be charged for a digital conversion fee. You have to be kidding me. It's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Oh boy. It's the thing with this company. Then you had people with the mentality in the Xbox world back then that the Helix was going to be this all-star console that's going to get Steam games, get PlayStation exclusives, and have free online. What happened to that? Well, that's not happening because what Microsoft is trying to do here is find more ways to monetize you and get you to possibly pay them for a digital conversion. Yeah, the paywall's still going to be there. It's not going to be free. They're still going to play the console game. Yeah, kind of dumb, isn't it? I don't know about that. I want you guys to let me know what you actually think about this. But oh yeah, we're far from being done with this video. So here's the thing though. Their digital program is actually worse than PlayStation's, because we saw what happened when the Xbox servers actually went offline. They still need to fix that. Now, the physical stuff, they're saying they were rolling out a fix for that possibly, right? But they never guaranteed you a solution in the future where, like, no matter what you do or what they try to do, they can't stop it from going offline. And even then, when that happens, if you are the one that has that physical copy and you did the positron conversion, right? Said as you did, if that's what it's called, but we don't hear anything about that here. Your library is locked out from you. So there you're sitting there not knowing what you want to do, right? Because that's basically what they said. We can't guarantee pretty much that if that happens again, because it's outside of Xbox, that your library won't be safe. That's not guaranteed. What they were trying to talk about is physical disc shouldn't have had that problem, or they shouldn't have that problem, but they do. And they're working on a rollout for that. But as far as digital is concerned, yeah, they have a worse system. At least on PlayStation, you will be able to actually play offline. So remember what we were talking about in the last video. You guys need to start fighting for digital rights and digital respect, digital trust, like Mikey Barrow is saying, because that's what you have left. Physical medium, forget about that. They're trying to get rid of that. And basically, we supported that. I've said that before. Because we were talking about the PlayStation physical boycott. It's dying down again. Even the blackout stuff that people were trying to do, I was looking at stuff on Twitter, and basically people are saying it's dying down. The signature stuff is dying down. People are just starting to get ready to move on to a certain degree. I'm not saying you guys should. Whoever's fighting, keep on fighting. That's what you want to do. That's your free will of choice. But right here, it says everything. Now, backing out, going back, it's also right here as well. Leak: Microsoft showcased the new Xbox roadmap to publishers. According to the leak, the plan includes a number of features related to backwards compatibility and physical game support. The disc-to-digital service will arrive on Xbox One and Xbox Series X in August 2026 to convert physical copies to digital. In October 2026, original Xbox games will be arriving on PC via Game Pass and Xbox Store. No Steam. And 2027 and 2028, the new Xbox 360 library will begin arriving gradually on current Xbox consoles. And according to the leak, participation will be optional for publishers, as they will also be able to charge fees for converting a physical copy to a digital one. Oh boy. And we only got basically one post this because this has recently came out. Well, can I benefit from the CD if I digitize it later? That's the thing that I think a lot of people want an answer to, right? They're like, wait, hold on. Is that going to be real? As we see right here, Xbox launches 25th anniversary features and global fan fest tour. Starting now, players can get an automatic 25th anniversary profile badge on console, PC, or mobile, lasting through 2026. Community favorites like Clobrill's Blades inspire dynamic background, and Ben Kenobi's gamer pictures are ready to download with Game Pass. While Game Pass adds curated collection classics such as Fable Anniversary, Halo Master Chief Collection, and Fallout 4. Okay, that stuff's been out. The Fan Fest tour hits Cologne on August 26th, Tokyo on September 17th, London on the 26th, Mexico City and Sydney on October 17th, and Toronto on November 6th with tickets via sweepstake. So they're basically celebrating the 25th anniversary, as we see right there. But getting back to what we were talking about before, I just want to show you guys that I don't see how this is physical game support. It's the exact opposite. He's kind of slow. No, you're telling people to get rid of their physical so that they could go into the digital license realm, which is worse than PlayStation's. I was like, how does that make any sense? That's not physical game support. That's literally taking away physical ownership so that you could go into the discless world, which people have been supporting all generation with the Series S, right? Yeah, that's what the Series S is, and being on Game Pass the whole generation, which we all enjoyed when we were doing that. And if not, we're working on cloud across all these TVs. All this is not focusing on physical copies. This is getting rid of it. You're converting. You see what it means? It's like telling people, leave the physical and go into the digital. Yeah. So that should tell you a lot about the Xbox Helix then. It's right here in front of our face. So I don't understand this right here, physical game support. No, it's not. It's the opposite. Physical game support means that Microsoft is promising that all your discs will work on the Xbox Helix. Not telling you to get rid of it and turn it into a digital copy. Like I said, their system is not trustworthy, though. We saw that when Xbox Live went down for almost a full day. Nobody had access to the libraries except certain people said certain things possibly worked in the physical realm and certain games worked in certain regions. It's like it's because it wasn't down in that area. But for the most part, it was down a good while. So I want you guys to actually let me know what you actually think about this actual program. Do you like it? Or are you going to keep being a hypocrite and going to Sony when their digital system is better than Microsoft's and be complaining? Like, I think if you're in the Xbox world, you shouldn't say anything. It's also 90+% digital over there by ratio, by the way. Less than 10% physical. I'm just saying. Those are the stats. It's really bad. And the PlayStation world is 82% digital and 18% physical. Some people can say, oh, no, probably 20%. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And in the Nintendo world, we don't really have a stat, but I know it's higher than both of those. Big time. Nintendo's probably easily in the high 30% range, maybe 40% to be honest with you. It's very healthy over there. And like I was telling people before, if you wanted a solution, you saw my video for still having physical preservation because you're mad at Sony, Xbox isn't it, and neither is PC. It's the Nintendo Switch 2. Because Nintendo is preserving it big time, obviously, as we see, and they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. I don't even know if they ever will until, like, I guess that market is just taking away and nobody can do that. I still see Nintendo being the company that survives it all, and they won. Like, you could basically say that. And I think the writing's on the wall, and it's been on the wall. PlayStation won in their own way too, but there's some things that they just don't win in that Nintendo obviously won on easily. And affordability is just right there. As we see, they're only doing a $49.99 price increase next month. You still got all the way for the rest of August to get a Switch 2, which I think is excellent. You have all these other companies, man. If you look at where they're at now and their prices now, they've jumped up from $500 to $800. Microsoft just did a $150 price increase. Before that, they did a huge price increase. Like, these companies are jumping up insane numbers. Like, in Europe, they went up 33%. Steam jumped up significantly, $300+ with the Steam Deck and a Steam machine. PlayStation jumped up like 150 or 200 or whatever. And the Switch 2, Nintendo just did $49.99. And they dropped digital games down $10. Like, Splatoon Raiders is the best game right now. I mean, it's literally embarrassing everything, and it's $49.99. Amazing in-game content. I got like 50, 60 hours on the game. I'm still playing every day, and there's so much still to do. And if you get to a certain part of the game, you realize they're going to be adding in an expansion and free updates and DLC. You can easily see that. So, like, AA games, like Sean Lading says, needs to come back. There needs to be a balance here. But getting back to this, yeah, I mean, it's right here. This leaked. This is not a rumor. This is something that Microsoft shown to publishers recently. And now we see it. Like I told you before, they don't give a damn about no physical. To me, it's a PC company or corporation. So the idea that you're keeping your games, it's like telling me that when I convert my physical to my digital, I'm going to have the same ownership. No, you're not. You're going into a license. So you're getting the idea here. Become a member, for $3. Leave a tip down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. As usual, don't be hypocrites. Remember, the only people that have any say in this, meaning against PlayStation, are PlayStation gamers and Nintendo gamers. PC gamers, you don't support the physical world. Xbox, you've been on a renting discless generation for quite some time. And even in the Xbox One era, you were buying a lot of digital and being on Game Pass mostly. A lot of people were saying, I don't need anything because I can just get on Game Pass. They were having those $1 trials and just cheap fees. Why would you go do anything else? No, you were comfortable doing that. It's been started last year, and it started with the Xbox One where they tried to actually have it like that and to have you on a 24-hour DRM lockout. Yeah, that was the worst thing, but that didn't end up working out for them. People say, but they reversed it because they didn't have a choice. They lost so many people. Yeah, just saying, it's right there in front of you. So as usual, Microsoft sucks. This to me isn't a solution. This just means that if Xbox Helix comes out, at least you'll be able to play digital on there, I guess, but it's not solving the problem that's over at PlayStation. Later, y'all.